Oh. We're live now. Yeah. No. The reel is moving. We are live now. We got Cardi Beluga with us. We got Cardi Beluga live and live in color. Oh my God. Oh, Loki finally made it from Africa. Welcome.
Family.
Yeah.
With this in the room. Con family.
Hello.
There's the
Hello.
Con
Hi.
family, and there goes Cardi Beluga. Right there, looking
God.
fantastic.
Man,
Hey,
Cardi
Tater.
did not start the whole week thing, but all right.
So I left my hair clip because I keep taking it out of my bag for some reason, and it's annoying because now I have to probably go off site find one, but I don't want to go off site and find one because if I do go to whatever CVS or Walgreens, then I lose my parking spot, and I don't want to lose my parking spot. Also, it's really cool. Look at his badge. This is my room key.
Oh damn! I see exactly what room you're at. I'll be there. No, I'm just kidding. Where are you, by the way?
I'm at the Kalahari Resort in the Poconos.
And for what con?
Colossal Con. Okay, they have different Colossal Cons. They have one Colossal Con East, Colossal Con.
Are we live?
Yeah.
Are we live?
Which is Colossal Con.
All right. Cozy,
yes?
I need you to settle down so I can start the show.
I will settle. I will settle.
All right.
Okay.
Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 26th installment of Bull Sitting on TSWS Gaming. This week we have PlayStation Jim Ryan absolutely embarrassing himself.
I'm excited for this.
Or proving that he's the leader. He's the actual leader of PlayStation. Okay. Before we start, Cozy is at something con, Awesome Con, Dragon Con,
Colossal Con. Colossal.
Cardi Con.
Colossal Con.
What?
Colossal.
What's there?
Colossal.
What is Colossal?
Colossal Con. It's called Colossal Con.
Yes, but what's there?
It's at a water resort. It's at a indoor water park resort place. It's Kalahari, Africa themed. See, look.
Okay. All right. Jermaine.
Yeah.
All right, Cozy. You can. That looks very interesting. Jermaine is our special guest this week. Jermaine, why don't you go ahead and reintroduce yourself because you were here last week. We didn't get to do the quiz. And please also tell us about the special guest that was behind you giggling. Hello, Jermaine?
I don't know why he's not speaking.
It's not me.
Yeah, can you not hear Loke?
Yeah, no, I can't hear Luke. No. He keeps
he can't hear you at all. He says you just keep flickering on and off,
weird.
bud.
That
whole,
but
I said it last week, Jermaine. That preparation is getting them.
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Yeah, he can hear me, but he can't hear you, Loke. Can't hear not a word.
That's weird.
I don't know.
I'm just saying he's the odd one out because we can only hear each other.
Can Cozy hear you?
Can you ask him? Can you ask him to jump off and come back in?
Yeah. Cozy's muted, but
yes, Cozy can hear me. Cozy,
I can. Yes,
Cozy, you can hear me, right?
Yes.
Yeah, everybody can hear, but
Ham, can you ask him to jump off?
I guess.
The cheapest network plan here.
Ooh.
All right, Ham, can you ask him to jump off and jump back in?
Okay.
And while he's doing that, go ahead and tell us what you've been playing this past week.
All right, Loke said go on ahead and hop out and hop back in real quick because you're the only one that can't hear him. All right, cool. So what I've been playing all week, essentially, is Death Stranding. That's all I've been playing. That's all I've been paying attention to. I did beat it on PC. So going from PC, I went straight onto the PlayStation one. And I am about halfway through the game on PlayStation on the director's cut. I just downloaded Biomutant.
What level are you?
Where? Which one?
What level are you on Death Stranding?
Which one?
Death Stranding.
PC or PlayStation? On PlayStation.
PlayStation.
On
That's
PlayStation.
The real one.
Oh my god! Whatever. I'm like 140 on PlayStation right now.
Oh yeah, there you go.
And then on PC
right.
PC I'm 250.
Okay, cool. Jermaine, can you hear me now?
I can hear you. Yeah.
All right, awesome.
Can you hear me?
Jermaine. Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead and reintroduce yourself, Mr. Special Guest, and please also tell us about the guest that was behind you, the surprise guest behind you, giggling.
Okay, the surprise guest. Okay, so I'm Jermaine. The surprise guest was my son Aston. Decided he wanted to come in and make an appearance. I've asked him what he wants to do when he's older. He says he wants to be a YouTuber, so I'm assuming he's trying to get his trying to get in early. So he's just I thought he was off playing Fortnite, to be honest, but he's clearly surprised me, giving us all a little surprise and a little introduction. So I'm Jermaine, and mainly playing JRPGs and some retro gaming and stuff like that. I was on here last week, so pretty much the same as I said last week, same as I say this week. Although you did ask me a question last week about my favourite console, didn't you?
Yes.
Yeah, remember that. And you said I couldn't sit on the fence, didn't you? Yeah, you said I could.
You
said I couldn't sit on the fence.
Sorry?
No, I was saying, Loke, you should just keep your camera off this week.
Yeah.
Why?
Because it's so jittery that you can't even tell when you're talking.
When the camera's open?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, cool. It's fine. There's other ways for you to tell me that I'm not unattractive, but it's fine. I respect your tact. Cozy, I know you're laughing. That's not funny. Stop laughing. It's not cool. Okay. Let's kick it off. Enough teasing. This is from Game Rant. Sony's Jim Ryan issued
You didn't ask me what I've been
statement
playing. You didn't ask what I've been playing.
Regarding Xboxes. Cozy, you've been at your con the whole time. Okay, what have you been playing?
Immortality. Go ahead. Immortality with all its inappropriate sex scenes.
Oh no!
It's actually really
Is that the one where
though.
there's like explicit sex in it?
Interesting game. Like it's like you're restoring the films of this actress, and so like you watch a clip, and then you go through the clip and click on various things, and it'll unlock clips that you don't have access to through the main clip. And the more stuff you look at in each clip, the more stuff you unlock, the more additional clips that you unlock. It's actually really fascinating. Because it's like it's like multiple films, behind the scene footage, like interviews. It's like a combination of those things.
Yep, it's like you're playing with a DVD player.
Kind of, but more fascinating because it's sort of like I don't know where it's going.
Ham, you don't sound like you're having fun with it.
I'm having fun with it.
I played it for like a half hour and I can see the allure in it, but it reminded me more or less of just hitting different random scenes. And hold on a second. Yeah, hitting random scenes and also having like the blooper reel and everything just put into the same layer of scenes. So you're just like, oh, but the thing is like you click on people's like faces and like crosses and all these different like elements within the scene to get new scenes. So it's I mean I could see the allure for some people, but the story specifically that's kind of going on, I'm not interested in that much. So
a specific story going on. I just thought we were watching this bitch's movie. Oh, excuse me.
Pretty much.
It's fine when you say it, Cozy. It is totally fine when you say it. You have the correct genitalia. I just have one question, Cozy.
Yes?
I have one question regarding that game. Is it real? Is it true? Because I saw someone share a video where it looked like there were people having explicit sex within the game. Is it a thing that happens in the game or not?
Those are scenes within the movie.
Sorry?
Those are scenes within the movie. So they're not actually having explicit sex, I believe. From the scene I saw, it wasn't explicit sex. I've only seen one of them and a half, I guess, but they weren't explicit sex. They were actually being filmed, and it's not actually them having sex. It's sort of like how in films they film people having sex. So it's not actual.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're not pressing X to increase the thrust.
No.
You're just watching like that particular scene from a movie.
Yeah, it's just like two people laying with each other and having sex, but in a like almost like in a PG-13 kind of way.
She was on top of him. They weren't laying. They weren't laying on it. She was on top and she was working him.
It might have been like I guess I'd say more or less like rated R, but it wasn't anything like damn, like look at that. Like there was none of that.
It's not pornographic.
Right. Okay. That was an awesome introduction to the show. Welcome to whoever stayed after all of that. We have Jim Ryan. This one comes to us from Game Rant. Sony's Jim Ryan issues a statement. What?
Continue.
What'd you say, Ham?
I just said you have Jim Ryan.
Oh, goodness. Sony's Jim Ryan issues a statement regarding Xbox's post-Activision Blizzard acquisition, Call of Duty offer, and isn't happy about it. It is known that Microsoft sent Sony a letter providing a statement and promise that Call of Duty would remain on PlayStation with feature and content parity for at least several more years. This is also reported beyond any current agreement between Sony and Activision Blizzard, with Microsoft also stating that this offer goes well beyond most typical agreements. However, Sony doesn't believe this promise is adequate and fails to consider, get this, the impact on PlayStation gamers. In a statement to... Okay. Before we continue, let's stop right there.
This is silly.
Jermaine.
Yep.
Jermaine, do you think that Microsoft's priority after acquiring Activision Blizzard should be to consider the impact PlayStation gamers? Jermaine? German.
He's like lagging out. He's having some issues right now.
I'm not your man.
All right. Hamothy.
Why couldn't it be Tito?
Hamothy.
Oh man, that was funny.
Cozy.
So what was go ahead and replay the question because I thought it was going to Jermaine.
Okay, the question is: Should PlayStation, should Microsoft or Xbox have as one of their priorities the consideration for the impact on PlayStation gamers?
What? What a dumbass question. I mean, do you think Subway was like, oh man, let me square up with Quiznos real quick before I come out with this, before I buy up, all these products and stuff? No, like I don't understand why like I get it, I guess, in the sense of like gaming as a whole, like, oh man, like darn, they're taking this one thing. But when it's just one person with the issue, or like one company out of many companies with the issue, I think it's more or less like, it sounds kind of like you're crying about something that you wish you had but don't. I mean, that's kind of where I'm at with it. I think it just seems a little silly to like you have made all these wild moves in the past to keep games away from another console. And now a console said, you know what? I'm tired of you keeping things from me. I'm just going to buy it. They buy it, and now it's unfair for you? After, exclusive here, exclusive there, third party. Final Fantasy, for instance. I mean, people are still wondering, people are still asking when that's coming to Xbox to this day. People are still asking if that game's going to come. And you're mad about.
Okay, but here's some pushback for you. Here's some pushback for you, Ham.
Sure.
Final Fantasy is a game. Activision Blizzard is a publisher. I've heard this argument countless times. I have a rebuttal for it, but I want
We're talking
your
about
take
Call
on
of
it.
Duty. We're talking about Call of Duty, right? Final Fantasy is a game. Call of Duty is a game, right?
This entire conversation is surrounding Call of Duty.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but Final Fantasy, when you bring up Final Fantasy, you're talking about a game. Call of Duty is
a
game that people have focused on. It's a game that's been focused on, but Microsoft's not buying Call of Duty. Microsoft's buying Activision.
Yeah, but the focus is Call of Duty.
But this issue is Call of Duty, though.
Call of Duty is not.
The issue is not Candy Crush. The issue is not Candy Crush. The issue is not not World of Warcraft or Crash.
It's not
Bandicoot.
StarCraft. It's not Overwatch. It's Call of Duty.
It's Call of Duty. That is the issue for PlayStation because of all of the money they've made with Call of Duty. They ain't tripping about WoW. You know what I'm saying? So when you say Final Fantasy is a game, yeah, it is a game, but it is a game that PlayStation made sure Xbox didn't have. They even let the PC slide with it. I'm sure Square Enix had a big, say in all of that because they own the game, obviously. But you don't think that PlayStation was like, yo, we've been bros since, the first time around with Final Fantasy VII. Let's just keep that to ourselves. It ain't like Square Enix said, you know what? Let's just go ahead and miss out on money on Xbox. They didn't say that. They didn't say that. So. All
right, Cozy.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, yeah. Look, you want me to stop? Gotcha.
I don't think you want to hear my take on this.
Carry on. Finish.
I don't think you want to
I'll
hear my
let you
thing.
finish, Em. I'll let you finish.
No. Go on ahead, because
Go ahead, Em. I'll let you
you
finish.
got something to say.
No, if
She
you
got
want to
something
go,
to say.
no. I don't think you want to go ahead to me because I'm going to basically say something that is even like worse than what Ham is saying, even more. So what I'm going to say is basically I work in a business that does contracts. The thing is, Microsoft has been generous with this contract that they're proposing to Sony for Call of Duty. But the reality is, they can't, you don't make indefinite contracts in business because it's stupid. It's a bad business choice. 6 years is a generous choice. You know why? 6 years ago, no one cared about Game Pass. 6 years ago, cloud gaming wasn't a thing. 6 years ago, the gaming scene was very different than it is today. And that is a reality. You can't just keep a perpetual gaming contract for a game is not a good business deal because it obligates you to do things that might not be in your best interest in 6 years' time. So them saying like, we will give you 3 years after this date is a generous time frame because there aren't guarantees in the business world beyond that. There aren't, so it's like, what if Call of Duty isn't in the same realm that it is in that time frame? Then it's better to re-examine. You don't want to make a contract that's like, oh yeah, we guarantee this forever because the landscape is not necessarily going to look the same. That time's up.
Something? Pixel Bit G said it in the chat. He said overly generous, and they don't need to do any of it. No contract is forever, which is absolutely correct because you said it yourself on Twitter, Loke. Best believe if Nintendo got this deal or PlayStation got this deal, it would be exclusive. It would be exclusive, or it would be some sort of 2-3 year exclusivity before you get it. It's going to be hot over here first, kind of stuff. And now that Xbox has that opportunity to do that with such a large scale game, yes, it's reaching into their pockets, and they don't like it, so they're fighting for it. They essentially fighting for their girl, right?
This isn't about exclusivity even. I think a lot of people are looking at this exclusivity. This is about what the market looks like after that exclusivity ends. After the contract ends. That's what this is about. You cannot, and the reason you don't want to just give a perpetual guarantee of things is because you can't determine the marketplace. The marketplace today isn't going to be the marketplace a year from today, isn't going to be the marketplace of 3 years from today, 6 years from today. There are no guarantees. And so you can't guarantee a contract for something. Like Call of Duty could look very different and how it operates and what it does in 6 years' time, in however many time. So you don't want to just stick yourself to being obligated to doing anything for another platform that isn't yours. That's silly. That's not good business.
Okay. Jermaine, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I could hear you, man.
Jermaine?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. So I posed the question to you. When I paused the read, I'd like to pose the question to you. Should Microsoft do as Jim Ryan is requesting and prioritize how the purchase of Activision Blizzard will affect the PlayStation gamer?
No.
That's it.
That's it.
Simply no.
I don't think that. I don't even think that Sony owes Sony gamers anything. Let alone Microsoft owns Sony gamers anything. And I think it just shows a bit of weakness, if I'm honest. That we get panic stations because what you're saying. You have so little faith in your own games and your console that as soon as there's risk that in Josie says 6 years time you could lose Call of Duty, you know, that's a worry for you. That just shows lack of faith in your own product. So no, I don't think Microsoft really should be. I think they should focus on Microsoft and making money for Microsoft, like I think Sony should focus on making money for Sony. Like you would focus on making money for you, would you not?
Wow. All right. I wasn't expecting that from you specifically, but okay. That's very candid of you. Okay, let's carry on with the read here. Let's go back to oh my god, the chat.
Yeah, the chat's
Okay,
going
let me get at the chat. Let me get at the chat for a bit. Matt Likes Games just made one of the best comments I've seen in the last few months. He says, "I'm about to unsubscribe and resubscribe." That's how good the show is. And then he goes on to say, "I'm gonna make a new YouTube account to subscribe to this." Damn, bro. Damn. I like the love. I like the love. Osha says, of course, Osha says, if Cozy's on the money, it's the same reason Phil stated several years and did not give a number of years. Yeah, technically, people are calling him a liar, but he didn't lie. He didn't lie. Oh my God, this guy. I'm not going to read your name, Mr. BBDD. I'm just going to read the initials. He said, it be... yeah. Mr. BBDD says, it'd be a loss to take it away from PlayStation anyway. Even Phil said that. Yes, he did say that. And corporations, when they say things, they never go back on their word, guys. When corporations say something, you can take it to the bank. They never lie. They never change their plans. Stagmore, what up, dog? What up, Stagmore? Matt Likes Games. Goddamn, this podcast is on fire today. What do you mean today? What are you talking about today?
Today. Not normal.
Yeah, we like I said, we got Cardi Beluga on the podcast today. Let's go. Cardi like to party.
Matt Likes Games. If Cardi Beluga is the reason you're saying that, you're in the wrong place, man. All right, let's carry on. And I quote, in a statement to gamesindustry.biz, Ryan stated he hadn't intended to comment on what he understood to be a private business discussion. It means that whatever Phil said last week was true. It wasn't a lie. But that he thinks he needs to set the record straight because Phil Spencer brought this into the public forum. Woo! Okay. This is what Jim Ryan says. Microsoft has only offered for Call of Duty to remain on PlayStation for 3 years after the current agreement between Activision and Sony ends. After almost 20 years of Call of Duty on PlayStation, their proposal was inadequate on many levels and failed to take failed to take account of the impact on our gamers. Dude, I can't even read this with a straight face. I'm so glad my camera's not working today. We want to guarantee PlayStation gamers continue to have the highest quality Call of Duty experience, and Microsoft's proposal undermines this principle. Bro! What?
Talk about salty.
Okay. Let's go to the chat before you guys give your take. Osha says, I would be so offended if I was working for Sony. Imagine how the guys working on Last of Us or God of War must feel. Stackmore says, Cozy Banks. Anyone that knows all those messy sites that get blocked, you know what banks means. Stackmore, you foul for this one. You foul, man. Cozy is more than her body, all right? Jermaine, yes. Please tell us how you feel about this statement by Mr. Jim Ryan. 20 years of Call of Duty on PlayStation, as if it was only on PlayStation for the last 20 years. Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know if he's just saying it just to come across as it's like he's trying to defend the honor of PlayStation gamers who like Call of Duty or whatever, and it has been on the console a long time. But you know, it kind of goes back to, what Han was saying about Final Fantasy. I mean, how long was that exclusive to Nintendo, and then all of a sudden it was on PlayStation? You didn't see Nintendo coming out crying about it, did you? I think he just needs to stop whining about it and get on with the day job.
Stop whining. Jesus.
I think that's a fantastic point. That's a fantastic point that he brought back. I mean, there wasn't social media. Let's keep that 100. And like gaming wasn't where it's at now then, sure. But Nintendo could have definitely like raised some sort of fuss about it. I'm sure there was some sort of fuss at some point there, but some of these statements that they're saying, just like if you seen Nintendo making those kind of statements, you would look at them like, why you sweating? Why you mad? What's wrong? You get those questions looming.
But that's the thing. Like, so those Jim Ryan statements, he has to think about his people that are buying his shit. He has to think about that. So he is not incorrect for anything he's saying. But the problem is, it's the same on the other end. With Phil Spencer, he has to think about his what works best for his company. You can't make, and that what I've been getting back to is you can't just make contracts based on another company, people that aren't buying from you. There's no guarantee, and there's the lack of guarantee. The market isn't going to look the same. So indefinite contracts are stupid. People don't do that. You can't guarantee things beyond 3 years. What if Call of Duty is something completely different that operates completely different? What if PlayStation has its own successful multiplayer thing? A lot of these things.
On that note, Cozy, hold on, Cozy. Yeah. Hold on, before you lose your train of thought. On that note, the following shooters are first-party PlayStation shooters: Siphon Filter, Killzone, Resistance, Mag, Dust, and SOCOM. All of them had exclusivity to Sony. All of them had online functionality, and they all failed. Carry on, Cozy.
I think they failed because the PS3 didn't cultivate that experience. And they were good, solid. Those are solid games. But I think the problem is, like,
I don't think they carried them over well.
They did.
Like Killzone, Shadowfall, like that game didn't get carried over well. Resistance
it also
just
wasn't
got
as good
dropped.
as 2. It wasn't as good as 2. It was not. I honestly think the problem with Resistance is that they didn't just continue to, you have to support, you have to find some sort of, like, that's the good things about games and support them, like, especially if you're trying to cultivate. So the Sony's problem is they didn't cultivate a multiplayer experience on their own. Like, the fact that people still, like, praise Halo 3, like, as a thing. There's nothing on Sony that's the equivalent of, like, that multiplayer experience. So they relied on everyone else to do it for them. And the problem is relying on other people to, do those things means they don't have those experiences. And now with the threat of Call of Duty being gone, it's sort of like, oh crap, how are we going to handle that? And I think the thing is, like, people are like, the gall of Jim Ryan. He's doing what's good for his company. He's, like, examining things as he should, as his position requires him to. But the problem is, he is, it's like, once this other company isn't obligated to make sure everything is kosher for you. That's the thing.
Yeah, he's talking. It seems like he's talking to him like his buddy. Like you can't be like that, bro. We go way back. Me and Shorty go way back on that. That Cadillac with 4 flats back. I like it is a business, bro. Like, you lucky you getting anything. You better use your time wisely. That's pretty much what Phil Spencer looking at him and saying right now. He's like, you can go ahead and call me out, but just know you on a time limit right now. If this goes through,
no,
you know
the other thing to think is this isn't even a time limit. This is not even necessarily a time limit. This is just letting this is just smart business. Like it's not a time limit. It's a time limit. No, but the thing is, there's probably going to be opportunity to renew this condition later on down the road, given the marketplace. But the problem is the bigger thing is like you should 6 years. It's a long time to come up with a plan to do these, to implement your own sort of like system. And it's not like there aren't other games to tide people over. I wouldn't expect everyone who plays Call of Duty to be like, oh, I'm gonna switch. But I think the problem is like you don't rely on these other people to like that aren't buying into your system, that aren't part of your ecosystem, that aren't part of your company, to have goodwill toward you. Because at the end of the day, it's business. It's business.
I'm with Cozy on this one. There is no time limit. The issue here is the purchase of Activision. Xbox will definitely, if I'm putting money on it, Xbox will definitely maintain. They will always keep Call of Duty on PlayStation, but what they'll do is they'll save $70.
I feel like you're misinterpreting the whole time limit part. I feel like you're misinterpreting the whole. I said I feel like you're misinterpreting the time limit part. Whether they keep it on PlayStation or not isn't the whole piece of this time limit part. It's the whole like being able to market it, do whatever you kind of want with it, and whatever terms and conditions that they have within that. Yeah. So
extras
as many as much as you guys want to say it. Well, like it's not about. It is about the time limit because like once that time is over and you can't really say, you just kind of got to go with whatever Microsoft decides to do. That's what they're scared of. They're scared of when Microsoft gets their arms completely around it and PlayStation is no longer, tugging on the shirt or doing anything with it. What are they going to do to me? Are they going to completely leave me hanging? Are they going to give me this, but I have to wait a year for it or 6 months or something like that? That's what they're scared of because they don't know how to control this train that's constantly running that is Call of Duty on PlayStation.
Their thing is, it was never in their control, and that was the problem. Treating things that you can't that aren't part of your economy, that you don't have financial and executive control over, as part of a thing and throwing around things that aren't yours is never a guarantee, because as we know, the market is not a guarantee. So they should have had a plan in place. Like, you should be, like, it's like ridiculous when a company isn't playing 3D chess. Like, the whole thing with this reminds me of the whole harken back to like the Series S, for example. People were like, why would you get a Series S and all this stuff, like back when it was announced. And bam, it was an idea because of looking at what is going on in the world, and coming up with a solution before you have to. And when you don't have those options, then you just have to be like, well, we're just going to have to take it as it comes. And so I think the problem we have now is, I feel like Sony is a little late at looking at the long game. They weren't looking at the long game in the same way that Microsoft was looking at the long game.
Yeah.
Man, you look like you wanted to say something for a minute. Go ahead.
Yes. I mean, in the way I kind of interpret it when I look at it is that like Sony just seems kind of like the big brother. That's just like, I got all the friends. I know everybody. I got the hookup, and and everything like that. And then Microsoft was just like the lonely little brother that, you know, has been working in the background, got their money stacked up, and they say, yeah,
No,
you might have those.
Microsoft has been slacking.
Don't cut me off. Don't cut me off. Let me finish. You don't tell me that. It looks like you want to say something and then cut me off. Get out of here. But anyways,
I'm just saying. It's supposed to be Jermaine saying something. It's just been you and Cozy for the last 20 minutes. Jeez.
Oh my God! Quit complaining, Jim.
And then you say,
calm
I'm
down.
the one who's rough.
Jim, calm down.
Go ahead,
Jim, relax.
Grab
relax,
it.
Jim. It's okay.
Grab that mic. Jeez.
But anyways, as I was saying,
stroke it.
They act like the big brother that got connections and everything like that, and that little brother finally came up and said, you know what, your connections now work for me. What are you gonna do about it? What's up, Lo?
Jermaine, go ahead, man.
You know, just finishing on from the back of Cozy's statement when she said about PlayStation, like not playing the long game. I completely agree, 100%. And I think that danger comes from being dominant. I think PlayStation know they're kind of, let's say, at the top of the heap, and now they feel threatened because they are thinking of the here and now. It's easy to think of the here and now when you're on top. Whereas Microsoft can't do that. They got to think about how to improve. So it's easy for them to think about the long term, like prospects of their company and their console. Whereas PlayStation, you know, when you get a bit too, like, I want to say a bit lazy, but relaxed. You know what I mean?
All right, let's go to the chat because it's popping off this side. Osha says Phil must be feeling like such a Chad right now. Yep, I think he's feeling like a Chad, not because of Call of Duty, but because everyone is focusing on Call of Duty. Guys, the other IPs, King alone makes Call of Duty look like nothing. But okay. Matt Likes Game said Phil should tweet. Now it's 2 years. Open your mouth again, and it'll keep going down. After Sony bought their way into the industry, it's strange to hear them crying about this. Dude, hypocrisy it's part of the human condition. So obviously things created by humans will be hypocritical and reflect what we are. Osha says, and the first legit port to console was on 360 with Call of Duty 2, which was an Xbox. Yes, we know. Call of Duty started banging with the 360. Mad Likes Games bravely says, bring back Resistance and SOCOM. Balls, man, the balls. Okay. Pixel BitG, complacency is a dangerous bed to lay in for too long. Okay. Whew. Let's go back to the article. Jesus, it's just like savage on PlayStation right now. Okay. Lastly, furthermore, Spencer has previously commented that making Call of Duty exclusive to Xbox simply wouldn't be profitable. So it's uncertain really where this business conversation is going. Jermaine, do you trust Phil Spencer to honor his comments? Because this is not in a contract. It's just a throwaway comment that he made. Do you trust Phil Spencer or whoever takes over Microsoft when he takes his ultimate bow? Do you trust them to keep this idea going?
I don't trust any verbal contracts, only written ones. So no. He might do. I'm not saying that he wouldn't.
Why are we
100%.
trusting people that are after your money?
Exactly.
Go ahead and finish, Jermaine. Finish.
No. Exactly. That's it. Exactly. You're not going to trust people that are after your money.
Okay. So no one trusts Phil Spencer. Anyone in the chat trust Phil Spencer? Anyone? Ham, do you trust Phil Spencer to keep this this promise in 2028?
What promise?
Yeah, what promise?
Well, it's not a okay. It's not as crazy. Okay, fine. It's not a promise, but he is implying by saying that making Call of Duty exclusive to Xbox simply wouldn't be profitable. By making that statement, he's implying that it will remain multi-plat. Do you think that he will continue to have this idea moving forward after they acquire Activision, after the 3 years have passed for the contract?
I think he'll stick to what he said, unless there is some sort of like change, unless there's like a massive change in the way people are playing. Like, let's say, even though I don't see it happening at all, let's say the PlayStation like Call of Duty just starts like dying off, and like people aren't really playing a whole lot of like Overwatch and stuff like that on PlayStation. PlayStation shifted completely, and they're not like messing with those things anymore. Then sure, maybe he might do something that makes sense monetarily, but I doubt it. I don't think so.
Okay. Cozy.
Yeah. Yes. What I think? So I agree with Ham. It's like going to just look like whatever the landscape looks like down the line. But I think this is Microsoft looking at like, how can we bolster our own services? Bethesda games, that makes sense to make a lot of that stuff basically Xbox, PC ecosystem exclusive. That makes sense. But having streams of revenue to like pull money into to maintain the people that you have that are on your systems is also a sensible solution. To have like basically just these, I think like, we look at Call of Duty as a big moneymaker, but just like King, that's also a big moneymaker. Just like passive revenue to bolster your to make sure that you're getting the best service to people that are integrated in your ecosystem possible. So I think a lot of times, so we can examine this 6 years down the line, but I think basically they're not necessarily, but Microsoft isn't projecting that making Call of Duty exclusive will be more profitable than as it currently stands. And that makes sense for them not to make it exclusive, because it's more profitable for them not to. No.
There you go.
Yeah, you want to say something?
No, I don't think they'll make it exclusive if you want, but I do think you'll get a lot of, like, it's coming out on Xbox, and then you get it on PlayStation 3 months later or whatever. So that, I think, will probably be the kind of way that it'll probably go.
Okay. So this leads into the final question that I was gonna make. Clearly, you guys have answered most of it. I was gonna ask you guys, like, do you predict that it will become exclusive in the future if they acquire the rights to Activision Blizzard?
I think they could possibly make some exclusive like spin-offs, but I don't know about it ever being like a completely exclusive game, because as Cozy was saying about like that revenue stream, like why would you want to pull it away? Like if it's there, why wouldn't you want to pull it away? They might do something like whatchamacallit, like PlayStation's doing with like that Harry Potter game or whatever, where you have like exclusive quests and stuff like that. You might start seeing that kind of stuff coming for the PlayStation side, but I don't really see the whole game not being on PlayStation, if that makes sense.
Okay. Okay, Jermaine, you're also in agreement that it probably won't be exclusive, right?
Yeah, I'm in agreement, and I'm more in the Xbox will be the more complete version if you want. You'll get stuff that's exclusive to the Xbox version.
The clips that makes the hair go up like this.
I think that's probably the best way of playing it.
Like the character, but I lost mine.
So yeah.
Need to keep it in.
Hey, Cozy,
Okay. Well, Ham.
you should mute yourself real quick.
Yeah. Ham. I want to push back on your idea or modify it. I think they will make, like you're talking about the revenue stream. I think they will make the online Call of Duty available to everyone. But I can see them making the campaign exclusive.
I didn't know that.
The
Really?
whole campaign. Yes, I can see that. Because most people that play Call of Duty don't even play it for the campaign. But I can see it being a very nice sweetener for like this the marketing team at Xbox. Let's go to the chat for. Oh, do you have something to say or to back it up, or can I go to the chat?
I'm
No,
sorry,
go ahead. Go to the chat.
All right. Let's go to the chat. Pixel Bit G says intent is not a contract.
Oh.
And why should we care? We should care for what is best for the consumer. Yes. We should care for what is best for the consumer. And a monopoly wouldn't be best for the consumer. He promised nothing for 2028. He also isn't implying anything. He also didn't say that. What do you mean he also didn't say that? Do you want me to send you the link, bruv? Do you want me to send you the link? Christ. Patrick, okay, for anyone who doesn't know, Patrick is my son. So he's saying why we don't see Loke. My camera's busted, Patrick, that's why. Osha says, in Phil Spencer we trust, yes, the savior of Xbox. The savior of Xbox is Bill Gates, but okay. Nelson Gaming, hell no. Phil Spencer's words never stick. Nelson with the venom. Pixel Bit G says he promised to push pressure on Sony's neck. I'd say he's doing a gang of it. Yes. You know what? He's definitely doing what he was hired to do. That's what I will say about that. He's doing his job.
He's working with Xbox, and that's all he needs to do.
Sorry?
He's working for Xbox, and that's all he needs to do. And he's doing it well. He's pushed a lot of things that, like the numbers on cloud gaming, fantastic. They're pushed to actually make you be able to play the games you own on cloud, fantastic.
Oh, goodbye to Cardi Beluga. Hello, Chesty Beluga. Okay. Yeah, sure. Let us stop with the beat down on Sony. Can we do that?
I don't know.
Maham, are we done with the beat down, or do you have other points? Do you have other points to bring up?
No.
Please, if you do, get it out your system. Get it out your system. This is your therapy session, Ham. This is your victory lap. Go. Say it all.
There's nothing victorious happening at the very moment. This is just all speculation and assuming. But it's fun. It is fun because it's just rare. It's just a rare occurrence that you see so much like nerves and like it looks. Sony looks a little shook right now, and it's just interesting, if anything, to me. It's not that I'm like preying on it or anything at all. Like I don't want the console that I bought to turn into a brick. I don't want that at all. But I also want to see gaming grow, and for stuff like this to happen, for people to get fiery and angry, I'm hoping that this brings like more new things to come. Because who knows? In 5-10 years, Call of Duty might be number 2. Doubt it, but it might be. You know, the opportunity of that, the higher that can be, the better to me. I want to see a fight.
Sony didn't push the market, and I think that's a big problem. They didn't push anything. They just were like, they depended on the status quo, but status quo is only status quo for so long. And I think Microsoft has just basically pushed a bunch of stuff, and now Sony is stuck on playing like defense in a lot of different ways. They still have like the fact that they're Sony.
Wait, Cozy, are you implying that Microsoft has innovated and that's why they're threatening Sony's number 2 position? Because let's not get it twisted.
Yeah.
This is all about number 2.
No. Can we talk about the fact that I am playing Microsoft game? I'm playing games on the cloud. I have an X. I don't have a Series S or Series X. I don't have a new console, so I can't play a lot of games that are newer. But the fact that I can just be like, oh, this game's available on the cloud and play it there. I can't do that with a lot of Sony. I can't. That is a way that
it sounds like Loke is in his feelings.
They've been talking about the
No. Listen. I'm just saying, let's not be.
How much they hate cloud gaming. Cloud gaming is growing because a lot of people are like, I can throw it down this low price for a month to access games. And I think these are things
that. Sorry to cut you off. I'm just saying, this narrative that Microsoft is innovating. Let's not be disingenuous. 50%. You know what? 80% of Microsoft's innovation is their pocket. There's nothing wrong with it.
Pushing the market.
There is nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with it. But I'm just saying, let's not pretend like most of what we call their innovation is the money they have. You brought up the whole cloud gaming thing.
I would love to play Returnal. I would love to play Returnal, but guess what? I don't have a PS5. I'm not going to need a PS5 for one game. But if I can stream that game with great quality, I would totally pay like their $18 a month to play that game.
That's the point. What you gonna say now, Lo?
That's all I'm saying. I don't have a Series console, and I'm grateful because Microsoft makes it accessible for me to just access games. You're talking to someone who is living on a frontier of gaming that I've watched grow by leaps and bounds over the last. I used to use GameFly's streaming service until they shut that down, and it's like only been more recently where they've been like for gaming, streaming, and other ways of accessibility, other ways of playing have been. That is innovation. Is basically making things better for gamers, and Sony hasn't been doing that. They've built this. They had their console, and it's great, but it doesn't do anything. But their ecosystem doesn't do anything for people that aren't buying into their console. It's kind of like the same way with Nintendo, except I find Nintendo games more enjoyable, so I'm going to buy into Nintendo's ecosystem more.
There you go. There you have it, Lo. Where'd Lo go?
I'm embarrassed.
He's looking for some tissue paper to wipe his tears right now.
Yeah.
Because Cozy's spitting. Because Cozy is spitting.
The way I talk, I sound like I'm like an Xbox loyalist. I'm not. I'm probably what you call more of a frontier gamer.
Explain. Explain. Frontier.
I have been in like cloud gaming, for example, new ways of gaming, different ways of experiencing gaming, accessible ways of experiencing gaming for a long time. Like, I say this as someone who's been poor and has struggled with access to games. I say this as someone, so like ways of accessing games, ways of experiencing games that are like, wow, this is different, this is new, this isn't something that people aren't doing, have always been something that draws me, because for me, my first question is, before I buy anything into any system, like any physical hardware for gaming, it must have at least 5 games I want. So if it doesn't meet that criteria, then I have to look at other ways of gaming. And so this has been something that I've done for ages, for a long time. So then it makes you more creative about how you play games, where you play games, what games you experience. Like, I've been, like, you know, big into, like, indie games before the big, you know, indie explosion of the more, like, you know, I've been playing indie games for, like, since, like, probably the early 2000s. Like, when they exploded on Steam. Stuff like that. And I think these are a lot of things that... A lot of this conversation is because there's a big status quo on console gaming. And when you're not involved in that status quo, you can see so much else happening that you can have these conversations. But if we're just talking about console gaming, it's very status quo. It's in a way kind of stagnant. And expanding beyond that is how we grow gaming as an experience.
Yeah. That's why mobile gaming is getting bigger and people are expanding in that direction. And mobile,
there are games that I legit will play on mobile, prefer on mobile. They're available on console, PC, and I'm just like, I'll just get it on mobile.
Yep. I have a good friend that only plays Call of Duty on mobile. He only plays Call of Duty on mobile. And I just don't see why, but I mean, he does it for money. Like, he actually can get down on the game. Just an old work buddy of mine. He plays for money on Call of Duty and stuff like that. It's pretty wild. They have like tournaments and stuff like that.
Oh, damn. Okay.
I buy mobile games.
Okay, let's go to the chat. I'm getting torn to shreds. Pixel BitG says the same innovation Sony is now borrowing because Stankmore might have the best comment here. Cozy eating normal food. What? Thank you. I'm also shocked. There's no there's no visual poison for us to imagine. So this is awesome. Mad Likes Games, I mean, they did innovate. Yeah, sure. Pixel Bit G says, what type of goober nonsense does this take? Can someone Google innovation, a new method, idea, product, etc.? Innovation isn't free. It takes R&D. Like, can we have common sense debate? Dude, if your argument is we can't bring up the fact that they have money bags and that helps their R&D, then I have nothing to say to you.
Innovation doesn't
nothing. I have nothing.
Tell that to small indie devs, people that, you know.
Yes.
Innovation doesn't just take money.
Yes, Cozy. But to pretend like money is nothing, for me, that's that is a disingenuous conversation. I'm not down for that. Mad Likes Games, being able to afford the innovation isn't bad. It's not bad. It's not those Texan tears. Bruh, I'm tired of telling y'all I live in Mozambique. Jesus. Okay, so we all agree that it's not a good idea for Microsoft to make it
why are we acting like Sony's
exclusive.
Poor, why are we acting like they're poor?
Yeah.
Some poor, like, destitute company.
Sir X-Men would say they're poor.
They have the infrastructure.
They're what?
They refuse to They refuse to build infrastructure.
I said Sir X-Men would say that they're... Sir X-Men would say that.
How long did it take them for you to change your gamer name? Things like that. They should have had that built in.
Cozy, Sony don't have that money. The infrastructure you're talking about, they don't have it.
They have the streaming service already. They should have been building it. The fact that they didn't, the fact that it took them so long to work on it, is not about money. It's about you refusing to adapt.
That's true.
No,
Logue. She is spitting right now. They have,
dude, for the longest time. My point, then what's the point, bruv?
I mean,
for Xbox.
I don't know what you're trying to say.
Jermaine made a very clear point. Listen, Jermaine made a very, very good point at the beginning of this. The reason the money behind Sony and the money behind Microsoft matters is because of long-term planning. Sony saw the future. They had the vision to make the streaming, the stream. Cozy, let me finish.
Huh?
Don't be Kanye up in here. All right, just settle. The point is, Sony already had invested in infrastructure for streaming, but with everything, it takes time for it to fully mature. Even streaming on Microsoft right now, it's not going to fully mature until after 2030, 2040, because of 5G internet. First off, it's not all over the world, and second, it's not strong enough to handle the whole planet and the demands of gaming. That's why Stadia is shutting shop, even though they have all the money at Google.
No.
The only difference between Sony and Microsoft, the only difference between Sony and Microsoft is that Microsoft has the bank to keep on insisting in the development of their infrastructure, because they're already making profits from M365 and Azure. They're already making profits on those. So whatever happens with gaming, it's a negligible profit that they're only going to see in 10, 20 years. And it's fine for them because they're still making the profits. Whereas with Gaikai and Sony don't have the money to withstand losses for decades. They don't have other revenue stream. PlayStation makes most of the money, or even half the money that Sony brings in. So they need to make the profits now. That's why I say that. Sorry.
They're still a boon. And the fact they didn't. The thing is, they got this thing. They had the streaming, and they didn't evolve it. You know, the only reason they actually got better updates was because Microsoft started evolving theirs, and they were like, "Oh, we kind of have something too." That was like the only. It took them years to just be like, "Oh yeah, we finally have that." They aren't. It's like a lot of their stuff isn't built with like looking at tomorrow, and that is what I'm saying. It's like you don't have to be a bajillionaire to look at building for tomorrow. Like Nintendo, they do their own thing, yes, but they also look at building things for tomorrow in a way that Sony doesn't seem to be doing.
I mean, Sony said it themselves. I mean, like, they want to look forward to the current and new generations. They don't want to focus on the old stuff anymore. And then look at them now. They notice that, oh shit, people do like these old games. Wait a second. And then they backtrack. And now they have a dedicated team to bring back old games, Loke. So yes, what Cozy is saying, to me at least, is correct. Because it's just like, dude, they put their foot on the brake on things that they could have been clear past Microsoft on. They did that to themselves because they wanted to move forward. But they didn't realize moving forward was wasn't just in the console itself. It's also getting the PC, which they got a team for now. So you should see what Cozy is saying is fact. They're late to the party on a lot of this innovation stuff. It's not that they can't afford it; they just didn't realize how much it meant. My take. Look, you always get real quiet after I speak.
Because
no,
he knows you're right.
I'm letting you finish. I'm letting you finish.
He knows he's right, and he doesn't have a rebuttal. That's the problem.
I'm not trying to rebut. I'm not trying to rebut anything. Listen, Cozy, my role here. I've already stated that personally, I don't have a stake. I don't have a stake in Microsoft or Sony, so I don't make a profit with either one of them winning or not. But my role here is to present both arguments. Clearly, I'm reading the room here. Everybody's like Xbox dub. So what I do
not
is
saying-
I'm
I'm
taking
saying-
everyone behind the curtain right now. What I do is before the show, I take 5 arguments that everyone makes on behalf of side A and 5 arguments that people make on behalf of side B, and then I present whichever one the room is not supporting. Okay. So clearly, even the chat is a great. Okay, not the chat, but Pixel Bit G, dude, you can type. I need a secretary. I can hook you up with a job. All right, I'm serious. Well done, Jesus. Usher says Gaikai cost how much? Dude, it's not about how much Gaikai costs. It's about how much it costs to maintain that shit without making a profit. That's how much.
No,
that's the real
thing,
issue.
They have been making a profit.
Usher says,
Even PS Now
Cozy,
was profitable.
let's hear
PS
from
Now
the
was profitable.
comment section for a bit.
Okay.
Pixel Bit G says Nintendo been innovating forever with no money. Please explain, fam. No money.
They're conservative. They don't.
The
much
number
money.
one gaming company, console gaming company in the world has no money. Pixel Bit G.
No, he's saying
Big
they haven't
brain
used a
idea.
ton of money. He's saying they
Listen,
haven't
bro.
used a ton.
They don't spend that much money on their games. And
Dude.
we talk about how original Splatoon on the Wii U sold millions, despite the fact that the Wii U only sold like 13 million copies. And their games were still million. They were still having million sellers on the Wii U. The fact that they had a system that only sold 13 million copies, but they had games that were selling millions on it, meant that they were still. And they also they're conservative. They don't waste money on things that they don't need to waste money on, and that helps.
Listen, I've never said that Sony has the best management in the world. It does not, clearly. Osha says Sony pulled this exact maneuver on Nintendo and Sega back in the day as giant company versus little cartridge makers. Okay. Nelson Gaming says Gaikai, I think he said you want to say Gaikai was first.
Yeah.
The internet could not handle streaming games. It was very expensive to keep waiting for internet to get it to go be stable. Nelson, it's still expensive now. The thing is, one side can afford, the other one cannot. Stanko says, yeah, they do. They're wasting money on Sony Music.
I have a Monster Hunter cosplay.
Damn.
I have a
Stanko.
Monster Hunter
Okay.
cosplay.
Okay. Are we done? Jermaine, do you want to jump in here?
Everyone's pretty much said their piece.
Jesus. Are you sure you don't want to jump in?
Jump in. Do it.
No. I will jump in, and it's very, very few companies that are on top do innovation really well. And the reason is because I think it's probably one of the only companies I know that has been consistently up on top or near the top, and trying.
Is he breaking up for you guys?
Yeah, he is.
Now he is. Now that you said something.
Jermaine, can you start from the top again?
Maybe
Yeah, sure.
try dropping out of dropping your camera.
Yeah,
There you go.
because you're saying that there's one company that's been consistently innovating. Who's that?
So Nintendo is the only, not only one company that's been consistently innovating, but one company that's been on top or near the top that consistently innovates, and that's Nintendo. They always come out of new ideas and new ways of gaming and stuff like that. No matter where they kind of are, whether they're at the top, second, or whatever. Whereas it's very hard to do that. So companies like Sony, they will try things like streaming, but if they don't make a quick buck, in a few months, they kind of give up on that idea because they want a fast turnaround of cash because they're on top. Whereas Microsoft, they need to be, use innovation because they need to catch up with Sony. So it's easier to be innovative if you want when you're kind of not at the top.
I like
That's
that.
the way that I see it.
That's true. That's true.
Because you're trying to sell.
Listen, we're keeping watch over.
Yep.
All right. Ham. Are you done?
Yeah.
Are you playing
Are
a
you
game?
sure? Are you
Yeah.
sure, Ham?
Yeah.
Are you gaming?
Yes.
There,
Of course
there-
I'm
there
gaming.
isn't one more in the chamber just waiting.
What's the chat say?
The chat says Nintendo are not number one in revenue. Stankmore says,
They don't
yeah,
need
they
to.
do. They're wasting
number
money
one-
on Sony,
They're number
Sony
one in,
Music.
in their stores, how much money they have reserved.
Nelson says Nintendo makes half the revenue as PlayStation and twice the profit. Okay, this is turning into a financial podcast. This is about video games.
What else
Is that
are we
true,
talking
though?
about?
Okay,
Is that true?
What else do we have to discuss?
So I'm trying to make sure everyone is done taking a hot steaming pile on top of Sony. Ham,
I'm not
going
I'm
once,
not taking I was
going
not taking a hot
twice.
steaming pile. I
Ham,
just called them as I see
Cozy,
them.
Cozy, hold on.
Yeah.
Ham, going once, going twice. Are you sure? Are you done?
Yes. Goddamn.
All right. Cozy,
Yeah.
are you done?
Yes. I just was saying that I wasn't taking a hot steaming pile. I was calling it as I saw it. I'm not a hater. I just
Nah, no one's saying you're a hater. No one's
you
saying
were
you're a
acting like I was.
No, Cozy. Cozy, you know what? Cozy, this is something that I also get a lot, like on social media, and I assume that because we're here in video and whatever, it would be easier to see that that's not what's happening. Just because someone doesn't agree with you, doesn't mean that they're saying you're the devil.
You hate
You
me
know?
and you want me to die in a dumpster fire with like the fruit
Christ.
juices that have fermented.
Oh man. Okay. So are you done, Cozy?
Yes.
All right.
If you enjoyed that, go on ahead and hit the like button and absolutely subscribe to come back
Yes.
for more of our crazy antics. That's why this show is called Bullshitting, because we just be sitting around bullshitting about all sorts of different subjects. And PlayStation is that ticket today.
Right. We are going to skip the rest of the topics.
What are the rest of the
Because-
topics though?
The shitfest was strong today. The rest of the topics was Cyberpunk 2077 DLC expansion. Sony announcing that it's making a $3 million contribution to USC's games partnership program to drive up
diversity
in the development of video games, not just depiction on screen. We have the PS5 update. We have Sony, Sonic Team Speed, not Team Speed, saying that Sonic is more than just speed. And
Team
lastly,
Sonic.
we have. Sorry.
Team Sonic saying it's not just focused on speed.
Yes. yes. That one would have been fun. That one would have been freaking awesome.
Focus on cocaine too. Cocaine.
Lastly, we had Hogwarts Legacy giving bonuses for people that link their accounts before the game launches next year.
Whatever.
We're going to be skipping notable tweets as well.
What
Jason
notable
Schreier-
tweets do we have?
Yeah,
Jason
what the hell? Why
Schreier
are we
said,
skipping everything? God damn.
Dog, we have literally 30 minutes before we hit the 2-hour mark, and we haven't done quiz time for 2 straight weeks. Jermaine's been on this. He might have to come back a third time to get quiz time. So
we can skip quiz time if you want. I'd much rather talk about.
Tweet? What's the notable tweet?
notable tweets. Jermaine, this one it might hit. Okay, it will hit close to home because you're in the UK.
What?
Jason Schreier wrote regarding the Queen's death. He said,
The only funny tweet he's probably ever had.
yeah. Jason Schreier said, damn, she won't even get to celebrate the Dreamcast 23rd anniversary. And then he followed up by saying, I've seen a few people get mad about this tweet, so I just want to clarify it's referring to the Queen who has died, so sadly will not be alive tomorrow when the Dreamcast turns 27.
Damn.
Jesus fucking Christ.
It was funny.
I didn't see him doubling down. I didn't
was
see him
funny.
doubling down. Jermaine, as a British, as an English person, how do you feel about this tweet?
I think I've seen my fill of tweets on Twitter today. That's not even that bad. It's
Does it offend you though?
It doesn't offend me. It's probably in poor taste, but I suppose it's different if you're. Depends where you come from. I wouldn't say it's offensive.
From the outside looking in.
I'd just say from us, for me, it's probably slightly poor taste, but it's not the worst tweet. You know, it's not overly offensive, is it? It's not like horrible and hatred. It's someone trying to be lighthearted and make a joke. So it's not. No, I'm not offended by it.
All right. The next notable tweet comes from @JesusZilla, who says Sony couldn't make a Halo killer in 2013 when the whole world hated Xbox. You really think they can compete with Call of Duty under this Microsoft? To be fair, Sony didn't have Bungie in their corner, but okay. Anyone want to say something about this tweet by JesusZilla?
I think the thing about Bungie is they made a great Halo, they made a great Destiny, but can they continually make games that continually draw people to play them? That's the thing. Like, there's no guarantee that you can continue to have things that draw people. I mean, there's a lot of I think that's the big thing. There's no guarantee. And I think a lot of times it is honestly, I think one of the things I do like about Sony is them buying up small studios that make something that's good, and then using them, because I think that's where a lot of talent can grow from, as opposed to an established studio and it's yeah, they just make that thing.
Right. Anyone else? Ham?
Pass.
Jermaine?
A
No, I
pass.
got
Jermaine.
nothing on that one.
Okay, lastly we have @Tom Warren saying Cyberpunk 2077 now has keyboard and mouse support on Xbox consoles. It joins more than 100 other games that support keyboard and mouse on Xbox.
Too bad Pillars of Eternity is one of those. My goodness. If any game needed keyboard and mouse support, it's Pillars of Eternity. And why does it not have it? And it's absolutely obnoxious, because I don't know how anyone on who plays that game on console would rate it anything other than a 1 star. Because I tried it on console and I was immediately this game needs keyboard and mouse. Why does this game not have keyboard and mouse access? And it sucks. Obsidian, I'm looking at you. Okay.
Okay, Hamothy?
They need to make other games with keyboard and mouse support first. I feel like they need to really tackle some of the games they have currently that need it. And I really wish they would bring some of these games aren't they working on trying to get Age of Empire onto console?
Yes.
Yeah. So I mean, to me, that will be a big deal. Even though I'm not huge into that game, I did enjoy it for I'm not even kidding.
2 minutes?
10. No. I sat down and I didn't get up, or I mean, I got up to use the restroom and stuff like that. But I didn't stop playing that game for I didn't stop playing that game for 10 hours. I played it for 10 hours one day, just sitting there. And it was a fantastic game. I would rather play it on my console, and if they had keyboard and mouse support to where I could sit on my couch and do it, that'd be fire.
This is Chocobo.
Oh, damn.
This is my newable steed, my chocobo that I ride in the puddle.
Okay.
That is interesting.
That is. Oh, does he run like a chocobo? Does he
I
jog?
don't know. Run. Can you run like a chocobo?
Actually,
Wait.
I can try.
Oh.
Oh, fuck yeah!
They are appreciative.
Me like it. Okay, we need to get a short clip We need to get a short clip of that and put it on TikTok. Please ask him. Please ask him if he's okay if we do that. Cozy, can you
Are
ask
you
him if
okay
we?
with us putting this up on our?
Cool, yeah.
Yes,
All right.
perfectly fine. Thank you.
Consent given.
Oh,
Jermaine.
finally. Yes.
Jermaine, what's your take on Tom Warren talking about Cyberpunk now having keyboard and mouse support? Is this a big deal for you or not?
Not really. I don't play Cyberpunk, and I don't really play a lot of games where I need a keyboard and mouse that I don't play on my PC. So things like strategy games and things, I think games where I sit upright and play with keyboard and mouse.
Jermaine, you,
Yes.
me, same. If it requires a keyboard and mouse, typically I'm just gonna play it on a PC. But I would like the option of playing it on a console because I haven't always had access to a PC readily. So like I would just like it there for people who also probably don't have access. So I have a PC, so I'm fine with that. But it's like, what about people who don't, who might just think this game sucks because it has poor controls?
Cozy, you do have a bit of a background with programming. Oshus asked a very interesting question. He says, I mean, most of these games are on Windows. You're telling me Xbox can't just import a little exe file to enable it on console? Hey, can you try to give us like a sneak peek at how the changes, how much work goes into enabling keyboard and mouse?
It's not just enabling keyboard and mouse. So like a lot of games, it requires, they're not built unless it's built with like, what do you call it? Oh my goodness. Drunk brain. Oh my goodness. I'm trying not to say my work thing, but
unless it's built with a certain program. Go ahead.
It's not one for one. Essentially. So like but and also in addition, a lot of these games are built on one system. And remember, on PC, you can build a game that just works with keyboard and mouse. Because if you're playing on PC, you're not going to care. I mean, there are probably 5 PC gamers that care that, oh my goodness, this game doesn't have controller support, whatever. But if you're building it on console, it has to also have different features that just aren't necessary when you consider a PC game. Like the UI, like can be a little different and stuff like that. Like, you know, the scaling of like the visuals for the screen size, things like that you don't have to worry, because you know you can err on the side of, you know how like when you scale up, when you plug your PC into like the TV and it just doesn't look the same as like when you plug your console into the consoles translate from like, what's it? From what is the screen for the PC? The PC screen. My brain
Monitor
is gone. Monitor, yes.
The monitor.
You know how you plug a console into a monitor or a TV and you'll be okay either way. But if you plug your PC into a TV, it just doesn't have the same. It's like small little deep. Why can't my brain think of that? It's like.
Okay, so we will be waiting with bated breath.
Basically, when the big push Microsoft did to get everything programmed in, and they dropped that. Yes?
Cozy, we'll be waiting with bated breath when you make a short video and post it on Twitter. We will all like, share, and retweet.
What about
the complexities of making a console game into a PC game on a console?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You're asking the wrong person because
quiz time.
Yeah. Okay.
No, you're the right person. Quiz time. Jermaine, you ready?
I'm gonna lose.
Go for it.
No, you're not.
I wouldn't be so sure.
Ham, are you ready?
Yeah, sure.
The Hamathi has spoken.
All right. So the order will be as follows: Jermaine, Cozy, and then Ham. You need to lower it so we can see the bicep. We're not seeing anything.
I'm trying to Lower.
Lower. Lower.
What are you doing?
I don't have a big arm, okay?
She's trying to
I
show
don't
us
have
the
a big
bicep.
because I have scrawny arms. I wear a child watch.
Right.
Okay.
You're
I
in
don't have
child watch.
Yeah, I don't have. I have like my wrists like that. You can't tell, but my wrist is like child size. I don't have very big arms, so I don't have very. My bicep is like big for like how small I am. I'm not very big.
Okay, let's get into quiz time because
Okay,
we're running
quiz
out of time. Pixel Bit G, I'm counting on you to fact check anything that I get wrong, although I'm never
You
wrong.
stay living wrong.
Jermaine,
Yep.
this one's for you. The next Call of Duty is confirmed to be covering the Iraq War. True or false?
True. Not confirmed.
False.
No, sorry. False.
That was the rumor, bruv. Sorry. The first
Stop.
answer is one that counts. Sorry. Cozy, are you listening?
Yes.
You there?
Yes.
Tencent is investing 300 million euros in Ubisoft. True or false?
True.
That is
True.
true. That is true. That is true. Cozy gets the first point on the board.
Yeah. Jizz and all you.
Hamathy. Hamathy.
Nice
After said investment, Tencent cannot sell their stocks
Here's
in
Zipper.
Ubisoft for the next 5 years. True or false?
True.
Ham's got one. Jermaine, this one's for you to draw level. Xbox Elite Wireless Controller Series 2
The
was
elevator.
priced at $179.99 US. True or false?
True.
It's almost done.
Jermaine has got his point. Cozy,
Yes.
the year 2022 has seen 4 new video game releases that have managed to crack a 90 or above rating for Metacritic. So far.
True.
False. Actually, 5 games have done that.
Ooh. What 5 games?
Oh, man, now you're going to make me scroll up.
Yeah.
Jeez,
Of
man.
course I am.
Okay, the 5 games are Elden Ring, Freshly Frosted Immortality, obviously, Norco, and Neon White.
Oh, okay.
Okay, now I'm scrolling down. Okay. Ham,
Yo.
to date, the highest rated new video game released in 2022 is Immortality with 92. True or false?
Repeat that question.
Oh man, hold on. Matt Likes Game says an entire segment called Cozy's Biceps. Wow.
I'm gonna grow them
Wow.
again.
Just
They used to be bigger.
wow. Matt, the last time you just slobbered a little bit. Now it's all over the floor. Anyways, Ham, here's the question again. To date,
This was so fucking
the highest to date, the highest rated new video game released in 2022 is Immortality with 92. True or false?
False.
Correct. The highest rated
Woo!
game is Elden Ring. Ham has now taken the lead. Jermaine,
Ham cheats.
are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
PlayStation owns 3 first-party first-person shooters. True or false?
False. They own more, I think.
Correct. They own 6. They own 6. So why is everyone panicking? Anyways, Cozy,
Yes.
Cyberpunk 2077's DLC expansion is called Phantom Liberty. True or false?
False.
True.
No.
Hamathy, Hammer
Yo.
thing. This will be the first. This will be the first of 3 expansions confirmed by CD Projekt Red. True or false?
False. There's more than 3.
Actually, it's just 1, but it's still false. So Ham now leads 3
He's
to 2.
cheating.
2 that Jermaine has. Cozy's is still on 1. Jermaine,
Yes, sir.
Sony is
Jermaine, you gotta
partnering
destroy
with.
Ham.
Okay. Jermaine, Sony is partnering with UCLA's video game program to support aspiring game creators. True or false?
True.
False. Sony is partnering with USC, not UCLA. Yes, that's what happens on quiz time.
Jermaine, stop letting me down. I can't win. I have to
Cozy.
win vicariously through you.
Cozy,
Yes.
this one's a long one. Sony announced that it's making a $3 million contribution to USC's Gerald A. Lawson Fund through its PlayStation Career Pathways program. True or false?
False.
It's true, Cozy.
God damn.
That's not what
How?
you said. That's
How?
what you said in the thing when you said it.
That is actually what I said.
No, that's not what you said.
Okay.
That's not what you
Alright.
said. That is not what
Alright.
you said. That is not
Alright.
what you said.
Let's go.
Okay. Ham, once that PS5 update goes live, PlayStation gamers will be able to use the PS app to launch remote play sessions. True or false?
True.
Wait, this wasn't covered.
Dude, I told you we've been skipping subjects. Ham got it
But
right.
then
It is
you
true.
quiz us on
So
things
I
you
win.
skip. This is like
I
the
win.
same time.
Cozy, the next time we're covering a topic, right? Make sure you keep track of the time. And when
I'm
it's getting
staring
off track,
daggers into me
and
right
I'm
now.
trying,
I'm staring
when it-
daggers. I'm imagining them
when it-
stabbing you in your trachea. All of them.
Cozy, when it's
Oh my
getting
God.
out of hand, and I'm trying to
fake
get
it.
you guys
Being
to
stabbed
move
right now.
on
How
from the
does it feel?
subject, when I'm trying to tell you guys to move on from the subject, remember this moment, all right? Remember this.
Enjoy your
All right.
trachea being stabbed.
Jermaine. Ah, man. Okay, Ham's already won mathematics.
Don't
Now
run.
we're just
Don't
seeing
run
who's
away,
second
Jermaine.
and
I'm
third.
sorry. I didn't mean to scare you
Now we're
off.
just seeing who's second and third, essentially. Jermaine, Takashi Lizuka is the vice chairman of Team Sonic. True or false?
False.
Correct. Jermaine's got 3. Cozy,
Yes.
Hogwarts Legacy launches on February 10th, 2023. True or false?
True.
Huh? She finally got one right.
You know what?
Hammer
This
thief.
is why you
Hammer
get
thief.
daggers thrown at you.
Hamothy, here's your victory lap. God of War Ragnarok launches on November 10th. True or false?
False.
Damn. Ham, do you realize you got
Cosplay.
all of them correct?
Yes, I do realize that.
That was a clean sweep. What the hell? Christ.
Lo, guess what?
What?
You're a
What?
bit. You're. Oh.
Oh, damn.
Cozy, if you're gonna do it right. Finish it, Cozy. Follow through. Come on. I won't respect you if you don't follow through. Come on, finish it.
You're a fucking bitch.
There you go. There you go. That's a good girl. Now tell me that didn't feel good. Tell me that didn't feel good. Jeez, man. I gotta
way
host the
too good.
show and do therapy. Come on, y'all. Come on. All right, Ham. Since you won again, please feel free to give us your victory rant.
All right. Well,
You got 2 minutes. You got 3 minutes actually. Go ahead.
okay. Well, I mean, that's a lot of time to just sit here and just bullshit and talk and whatnot. I've been this entire podcast, or at least like, I don't know, a third of it, I've been playing NCAA 06 over here on my PlayStation 2. Enjoying every little bit of it. It's fantastic. Old game, but I'm really excited for the new NCAA to come out as well, just so I can dog on it and tell you how many things that they don't have that they used to have. Because I'm sure that's what EA is going to do to us once again. Don't trust EA.
That's
I just don't trust
MO.
Speaking of games that rinse and repeat, I bought NBA 2K23 and it is fun. It is a fun game, but man, it is the same game pretty much, except for they did get some animations better within that game. As Matt was saying, like the shooting, the dunking, it just feels a lot better. My team, the story is pretty corny. My dude looks like the black version of Lil Dicky. It is hilarious. The online of it, or not just online, but the in-game play, the shoot meter is different now. So instead of trying to hit it in that little in that little highlighted spot, you know what I'm talking about, Loke?
Until Saturday.
Yeah. I know it.
And now you have to get it all the way to the top of it, or the closest that you can to the very top
to release it.
To release
Well,
it, yeah.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but you brought me into this, so I'm gonna interrupt your rant. Anyone that wants to unfollow me and call me a fake gamer, when I play NBA 2K, I remove the meter. What I do is I level up my players shooting. I level up my players shooting as much as possible, and then I just let the odds of him making the shot be automatic. Go ahead and continue.
You are a fake gamer already.
Yeah, look, you didn't have to tell us that. You didn't have to start your statement like that. We already know that you don't play games. You just have controllers.
Have 1 minute left.
You just have controllers and you have empty boxes. No. This is my last minute.
Your rent is shitting on me.
My last minute is telling everybody that this fraud doesn't play any games at all. He just sits around, collects empty boxes of video games, and shows them to people and says, guess what? I got the console too. I'm part of the cool crew. I do what it do. This dude is a lame. He is not a gamer at all.
My gamer score is like 200.
Yeah.
And I got
terrible.
like 5 trophies.
It's terrible.
I got like 5 trophies.
And he really lives in Texas. He does not live in Africa. Asha's like you're talking to a fake African weekly, and you don't know it. This dude lives in Houston, Texas. He is as American as it gets.
Cultural appropriation. That's all I'm gonna say. Cultural appropriation.
No, Oshus, don't back him up. You know what it is. Hey, look, I'll back you up. I'll back you up with this right here.
What?
You know it. You know you are. God. You are the realest American here right now. I mean.
Oh Jesus! All right, fine.
I appreciate your rant
is over. Your rant is over. Jermaine, please tell everyone that's watching where they can find you, what you're all about, etc. And then Hamathy, please take us out.
Yeah, sure. So you can find me over on Twitter at Jermaine's RPG and on YouTube Jermaine's Real Platinum Gaming. And if you are on Twitter, and if you want to see on PlayStation, my username's MaineG, MAINEIEG.
Cozy, you're so toxic.
No, that was adorable.
Take us out. This shit.
Look, completely lost his mind. It's good that he's not on camera this evening. But thank you, everybody, for showing up. This show was phenomenal. A lot of discourse, a lot of shade being tossed around. If you guys enjoy this kind of shit, make sure you hit
Big G, man. Come back next week.
Yeah, absolutely. Make sure you guys hit that like button if you can. Hit the subscribe button if you enjoy this kind of these kind of shenanigans that we be doing week after week.
This is wild.
Shout out to Cardi Beluga for making an appearance on the show today. It's been fantastic.
For sure.
She's showing everything. She's showing everything.
She did everything else. She just didn't twerk. She did everything else.
I know.
Cardi got some culture now. All right.
Yep. Oh man. Anyways, appreciate everybody for coming through. Make sure you guys kick it with us next week. We start the show about anywhere between 3 to 3:15 Central, 4 to 4:15 Eastern time, and then I believe it's like 10 p.m. For Loke over there in he's pretending to be in Africa, but he's in Africa, I'm guessing.
Shut the hell up.
But yeah, make sure you guys show up for that. But as for Behind Them Sticks next week, I got 2 awesome episodes. One with Jerry Hook. He used to be a lead designer for Halo. He used to work for 343. He also like helped pioneer Xbox Live and whatnot. So I got an interview with him on Tuesday. And then on Thursday, I got another interview with BitCloud Gaming. He does YouTube content as well as he used to write for IGN. And he currently writes for Lord Gaming, the Lord's Gaming. So if you know the Iron Lords podcast and all those guys, yeah, he writes for them. But anyways, I appreciate everybody for being out here. We'll see you guys soon. Y'all have a wonderful rest of the day and be safe out there for the weekend. Peace out.
All right.